What about drug barons? There's not drug barons giving you money to bring these women...
Lex, I'm just not going to go into this because this is absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
Have I hit a nerve? Because if I have, we'll stop it.
No, you haven't hit a nerve at all. It's just that, I mean, people are entitled to their opinions. I mean, I've never slept with a prostitute. I've never taken drugs. And, you know,
although you've been in show business, you've not led the rock and roll lifestyle.
I think years and years ago, I'll be honest with you, I had a little puff of a bit of black or something, you know, like you all do.
So you
in
have
the back
done
of a van.
drugs?
This was when I was about 18. But
so you have done drugs?
Wait a minute. Can I just explain? One of the lads just gave me a cigarette in the back of the van, and I thought, what's that horrible taste, you know? And I gave it back to him.
Ignorance,
and that's the first
ignorance
yeah.
is no excuse in the eyes of the law.
No, I agree.
You're not encourage. You wouldn't encourage your own children, even though obviously you're not in contact now with.
That was just one puff, you know. I mean,
hang on, Ron. Let me ask you the question again because I want to sort this out. If you're embarrassed, we can turn the cameras off.
I'm not embarrassed. No,
I want to get onto the charity stuff. Have you taken drugs?
No, I took one puff. What I thought was a cigarette. So
you have taken drugs?
Not knowingly. Not knowingly.
How do you know then that you puffed on a?
Because I said, what the hell is this? And they said, oh, it's all right, it's a bit
because the other
cannabis.
thing a couple of people have written to us while you were away and said to us, maybe his health problems have been caused by drug abuse.
Rubbish. Absolute rubbish, no.
Now, these are... but I don't really want to go into all it, because it's not... Ron didn't know he was coming...
We are going to talk today about the Thai nurses. We're going to talk today about the...
No, he doesn't want to talk about his wives. He doesn't want to talk about...
No, they're not nurses. The Thai nurses that come over to Britain.
The Philippine nurses, yeah. Sorry.
How many of those women at St Mary's, the Filipino nurses, have you had...
None.
Why are you bringing them into it then?
Well, no. Can I just explain, okay?
I wish somebody would. I'll tell you what, let's take a break and then we'll come back. You go and check the emails and we'll take a break. If you want to call Ron, this is the number.
Call Isle of Wight Radio now, 822 002.
Right, Ron Sheppard is with us. The doc's coming back in with the texts and the emails, and we've got another Ron from Shanklin who wants to talk to you, Ron. Hello, Ron.
Hello, Ron.
Hello, Ron. Good morning to you.
I'm an arachniditis sufferer. My name is Ron Brown, and I live in Shanklin. I have a severe walking disability, which is caused by pain, which you would really know about. And I get severe pain in the head and all sorts of places with massive complications. I had 2 lots of Myadil injected into me.
That's what I was going to ask you, actually. What type of diet you had?
The oil-based
that
ones
was the
in
worst.
1974 and 1972 in 1974 because I actually broke my back.
That Myadil is the worst of all, and I do sympathise for you.
Was that one of the ones you got compensation for that?
Well, I didn't actually get any compensation. They got me down, believe it or not, to the last 500, and they said because I only had it in one spot, they wouldn't pay me.
That is not fair. I mean, you got thousands for it, didn't you?
No, I didn't get... Well, I got... I won't say how much. I got a few £1,000.
Because this is very much in the news today, Ron, that Michael Howard says if the Conservatives ever get re-elected, they are going to end this compensation gravy train. No longer will you be able to get compensation for health issues, things that have gone wrong.
Which is crazy.
You think
Absolutely
so?
crazy.
I think it's pretty bad.
Ron, can I just tell you, I've just come back from the Philippines, right? And do you know that Myadil is being used still out there, although it's banned in the West now?
What, the oil-based?
Yeah, the oil-based and the water. Yeah, I know. And there's a lot of medicines that that have been banned in this country that are being used in the Philippines, and it's outrageous.
Ron on the phone in Shanklin. How much do you think you should have got in compensation?
Quite honestly, I should have got about $500,000 for what they've done to me.
That's right.
They've damaged my life, and I've been basically retired since I was 48.
But who do you think should have paid that money?
The National Health System.
That's all. You mean the rest of us?
Well, no, not the rest of you. No,
well, who do you think funds the National Health Service?
What I mean to say is that the drug, they knew the drug was banned in America before they used it on me.
Yeah.
Glaxo. Now, what happened? They knew that the drug was banned in America. So, in this country, they knew about this, and the current government, I think it was a Conservative government, allowed this to be used. So therefore, I wouldn't say that the National Health Service should pay. I think the government should be made to pay.
All right, Ron.
Either way, of course, that means all of us are paying.
Yeah, Ron. Can I just say one thing?
It's not fair that this Ron in Shanklin didn't get anything, and our Ron got thousands and thousands, is it? It's just not fair.
It was by different drug companies. This was the problem, you see. I mean, there's the MyDeal, which was by Glaxo, and then there's the water-based lies that also caused a lot of problems.
But see, now Ron but you missed this in the commercial break. Ron is just announced this will be his last appearance on the phone-in.
Really?
He's moving to Spain.
I'm moving to Spain.
He's moving to Spain because he can't get the benefits if he goes to Thailand.
Ah.
So he's moving to Spain.
So you have to move to an EU country, Ron.
Yeah, I mean it's the same with anybody. If they're unemployed, they can move anywhere in the EU and still get your benefits. I mean, it's that is, I suppose, one of the good things. I mean, but basically, it's.
Well, it's good for you.
It's because of my health reasons.
Getting the money. That's obviously less good for the rest of us if people are leaving the country and we're still having to pay for them, even though they're living in the sunshine, where perhaps many of us.
Actually, the whole thing about this is absolutely crazy. I don't really agree with this, but I mean, but it is crazy. You can actually go to America. You can actually go to America, lay on the beach in Florida, and still get your benefits.
Why don't you do that then?
Well, because I don't like America. I don't like America.
I thought you were going to say you don't like sponging for a minute.
I don't like. I've never been a sponge.
All right, so I want to talk about the charity work. We've got some text to read out. Do you want to read these texts out, or should I?
Well, you do, because quite honestly, this one, I mean, this is typical of the text that we get, Ron. This says, this man is a boring, lying cheat. He's untalented and has abandoned his kids, all of them. Ron, when you first married Margaret in 1966, did you and Margaret have any kids?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
And you had did you have kids with Jeanette?
No, because she had two of her own.
Right, OK. And then Leslie?
Yeah.
You had kids with Leslie?
2 boys.
Kathy?
Yeah, 1.
Sue?
Yeah, 2.
Good God. And what about the last 2, Aisha and Juan? No kids with them. Is that because you were too old by then, or?
No, because I had a vasectomy done as well, that was it as well. So, I really want to talk about.
I know we want to talk.
Well, I don't want to talk about Ron's vasectomy. I want to talk about the. No, I don't. You
That's painful. I know it's painful. Anyway, go on.
You told us when you were going out there the last time, it looked like your marriage was over and you'd met another girl. We were expecting you to come back with this girl.
New Thai bride.
This charity girl, the girl from the charity. Now you tell us you might be getting back with one of your exes.
Yeah, I mean.
Hang on, Ron. Line 2. Who's that?
Sabrina.
Oh, hello, Sabrina. How are you? Sabrina from Friday's
Friday.
Gorgeous, Sabrina.
I got a headache the other day because somebody screamed and shouted at me in the street.
OK, well, you're through to Ron Sheppard, Britain's most married man.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to talk about that.
Come on, then. Forget the 7-second delay. Talk to Ron.
Hello, Ron.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. I get a back pain, and which it comes from the pelvis, which causes an abdominal pain, and I only found that out by looking in books myself. So the doctor didn't know. And also, these prescriptional drugs, they cover up all the symptoms. So if you take a drug, that will cover up your symptoms, because these people get paid for doing that.
Yeah.
Ron, you've never met Sabrina, have you?
Charity begins at home, Ron.
Yeah, well. Actually, Sabrina, I've done a lot of charity. I mean, I'm not going to blow my own whistle. I know that, but I'm not going to blow my own whistle. But if it hadn't been for my campaign, then we wouldn't have the scannery.
We wouldn't have paid out all that money because no one.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have the scannery.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we wouldn't have the scannery in there, which is saving lives.
Ron, you raised the money for that scanner.
No, the people of the island, of the Isle of Wight.
Ron, don't put yourself down. Ron took command of that fundraising.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say, Sabrina, to Ron?
No, has Ron ever been divorced?
Yeah.
He's been divorced 6 times, almost 7. The 7th is, sadly, that's not worked out.
Oh, he hasn't worked out, because a lot of people I find who get
that's being resorted
have a lot of problems, don't they?
All right, Sabrina, thank you very much. Let's go back to the
I think maybe Sabrina was looking, because Sabrina, Ron, I know you weren't here on Friday, you were still in Singapore. Sabrina is a pre-op transsexual. When she's a very attractive woman, though. When she's had the operation, she was probably thinking you might, be interested.
Would you marry a woman from Thailand who was once a man?
No.